I'm Heather from booktubes, and today is my anticipated romance releases for March. These are my personal anticipated releases, so it's not everything that's on my radar that I know about. It's the ones that I'm actively thinking about picking up when they come out. Not a very long list this month. That's fine. Let's get started. First one is March 4th, and this is one Bound, which is a prequel novella by Aveda for their new paranormal fantasy trilogy, Wed in the Wild, which is all marriage of conveniences, I believe, between enemies for everybody. I read this arc back November, and I think it's been tweaked a little bit since then, but this is maybe the wildest book I've ever read. It has a lot of different kinks, and they are all listed in the content warning in the front of the book, or at least they were. Sometimes Amazon won't let authors do that without dinging them, so it might be on their website now. But there's a lot of edgier, I guess, kinks, and also these are not shifters, but they are wares. So they are people with animalistic traits and also a harpy. This novella is male, male, female. They're all pansexual, which I love. And then the full length that this will be a prequel to will be including the female alpha of their pack. So it will be male, male, female, female. And I have never read that particular grouping, and I'm excited about it, to be honest. It's a lot. This is true enemies to lovers, where they've actively tried to kill each other in the past. They just killed the Harpy's whole clan and family, and so things are not going on good terms, and there is hate effing. Like hate. Like, if you let me go, I'm going to slit your throat. Hate. It is a lot, and there's also some marking of the territory. There's quite a bit of, you know, I'm gonna try and make you beg for mercy, and because of your pride you're not going to, but it is all consensual, so that obviously makes a big difference in how dark a book can be, but it is a lot. It's a lot. I personally very much enjoyed it, even when it went past my comfort zones, and I'm looking forward to rereading it upon release. I will say, I don't think you should start with the Aveda here. I feel like you should start with Feet or Skin. But, you know, if this is your jam, start here. But I'd probably start with Feet or Skin. I already know how much I love the author and their work, so I feel comfortable going where they're taking me. I don't know that I would feel that if it was the first book I was picking up. And then at some point in March, Jessica Gadziala is adding another book to her New York Mafia series with the Costa family. Nostra? Costa? One of those. One of them's the opposite one. The last one was Marriage of Convenience, and it was so good. It was Marriage of Convenience perfection. So I don't know what trope this next one's going to be, but this is a series of hers that I'm actively enjoying. And then No Longer Afraid Part 2 by Christina C. Jones, which is a Predators MC novel, which is a Black Love motorcycle club. It's a little bit heavier. I don't think I'd start with Christina C. Jones with this book either, because it ties in quite a few of her other books, and it wouldn't make a ton of sense to start here, I don't think. But it was supposed to be out in March. It still might be out on her website in March, but it's unlikely. It's probably getting pushed to April, but just in case, I did want to include it. Then I have 3 books that are all out on March 29th, so not much to see here, folks. But the first one is The Dragon's Bride, which is The Deal with the Demon #1 by Katee Robert. I am highly anticipating this, have been anticipating it since the cover first came out, since she first said she was writing demons and dragons and all the things. Very excited for it. This is a human, makes a deal with a demon, and then that demon gives her a marriage to another demon, and it's this dragon demon with the 2 peens. And I just think it's going to be an amazing time. I plan on reading it either upon release or soon thereafter. This one, I will point out, if you do a pre-order, I think you get a bonus epilogue, so just know that if you plan on buying it anyways. The vampires were my favorite series of hers so far, so I'm excited to see her going into demons. Then I have 4 Aunties and a Wedding by Jessie Sutanto. This is the sequel to Dial A for Aunties, and I believe it's the couple from that book getting married, and this is not really a romance. The romance is a small subplot thread in these books. You're getting more of a familial drama and kind of a rom-com emphasis on the comedy and the mishaps and things, and it's not a mystery because usually they are the ones who did something, so they already know what happened. They're just trying to keep from getting caught. You're not figuring anything out, and it's really not a romance. But Dial 80 for Aunties was one of the most hilarious books I can remember reading, and I'm really looking forward to this. I know the Mafia gets involved in this somehow, and I loved the first one and I'm really looking forward to reading more. Then lastly, I have The Harpy and the Dragon, which is Hearts of Black Mirror #4 by LIpscomb. So I have not actually read any of these books, which usually means I won't put them on my anticipated releases, but this is the book that actually put this series on my radar, and I have bought the first book and do plan on reading it in March. So this is fantasy, I think, fantasy historical maybe, romance with bigger heroes, and I just thought it sounded great. I really wanted to start reading it, and I didn't know of its existence until I saw people getting the arc for this book. So I'm really hoping to read and love the whole series, and this book is what put it on my radar. So there you go. Those are all the ones that I'm anticipating in March. I know it was a very short list, but that's just how it is sometimes. And yeah, let me know any that you're looking forward to. If you plan on reading any of these or love any of these authors, let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.